Hi, how's it going? I'm Keith Roselle, Sales Marvel. I want to introduce you briefly to something I'm really excited about, which is my next masterclass, a 7-step module for best practice business to business sales process. And process sounds very boring, but this goes right across the piece from very initial concept right up to closing the sale and beyond for how to maximize your client accounts. And some might call that wallet share. So, for those of you that haven't come across me before or that don't know any of my material, I've been in sales something like 32 years. In fact, 1st of August 1988, when I first got involved in selling, I've seen pretty much everything in that time and closed some pretty big deals, but also lots of smaller ones as well. And the one thing I can tell you is that generating sales, no matter how small, be it £45 a month for a gym membership, or be it 100 million a year for an IT outsource agreement. I've done them all, and the principles of selling, I can tell you, are pretty much the same. It's true, some are more complex than others, and that's not necessarily decided by the value of the deal. It's often decided by the strategic nature of the deal. So it might be a deal that you're doing which is just outside of the norm for whatever reason. It could be all sorts of different reasons. But the important thing is what you as the business owner or you as the sales professional, you decide what resources are needed in order for you to close the deal. If it's a business as usual deal, perhaps you don't even have to think about that. Perhaps it's just something that you kind of do per your process. Anyway, I'm getting off subject. The masterclass is here to tell you whether you're just beginning your own business, or maybe you haven't even got a product launched yet. But this will take you through the entire sequence of what you need to be thinking about, of how you can take your products or services to market, what your geography is, most importantly, what your target audience is, your ideal client, what that might look like, how to take it all to market, how to develop the right kind of leads. So I'm going to take you through that process in just a second, if that's okay. So hopefully you'll have got to know a little bit about me. Some of the brands that I've worked with in the past include Hewlett-Packard, EDS, Computer Associates from the technology kind of standpoint. Here we go on shared screen here. And all sorts of people, but also lots of SMEs as well. So it's not just for big brands, it's for smaller brands too. And I've worked with companies that have just listed on the London Stock Exchange at £2.05. And I took them, contributed as part of the sales process to take them all the way to £16 per share as well. So lots and lots of growth there that I can demonstrate, and I want to help you deliver and acquire and realize that same sort of growth as well. So here we are then. Okay, so I'm sharing screen. So on your screen at the minute, you should see what I call an inverted value stack. Okay, so with steps 1 through 7, and then there are going to be a series of phases that they kind of run through. So I want to run through these in person to let you know the sorts of things that you're going to be learning about, and they are kind of as follows, if that's okay. So the first thing we're going to start with is value proposition, and hundreds of SME businesses have been through my workshops and masterclasses are called What's Your Value Proposition? And your value proposition is literally what you sell, who you sell it to, how your company makes money. And the idea is that you would wrap that up as a 60-second pitch. Perhaps imagine you're going speed networking, and if you can tell that story of what you sell, who you sell it to, the great benefits that you've delivered for your clients in that time, I'll show you how to do that as a 60-second pitch. And the value of doing that isn't the 60-second pitch itself, it's where else you can use that content and create those sales messages. So before you spend any money on marketing, maybe even websites, don't spend any money on that until you know what your value proposition is and what it should look like. Okay, so what comes next? Well, after that, after we've got our value proposition and everything that that entails, we then look at go-to-market strategy. And go-to-market strategy is, as it says, exactly as it says, which is, okay, so we've got this thing and we know where our clients are. How are we going to take that to market? And the dizzying array of options that you can be confronted by. And I'll help you decide on what the best route to market is and why it's the best route for your business and for you with your experience that you've got at this stage, okay? And what's next? So the next thing will be lead generations, but not just any old lead generation, is the right kind of leads for your business, what you do. And the reason you need the right kind of leads is because a lead, an unconstrained and unqualified lead, is simply an opportunity to do loads of work with potentially zero return if it's not the right kind of lead. So I'll show you how to get the right kind of leads. I'll be bringing in a particular expert on social media and Facebook ads who can really help you define how to get those right kind of leads for your business, so that you don't waste any of your time or any of the prospects' time. You spend time speaking to people that that you need to be talking to and not anyone else. Okay, so we'll show you how to do that. Next thing is deal qualification. What on earth does that mean? Well, it needs to be an opportunity that is qualified for your business, and that's not talking about the worth of certain people, you or your prospect. It's talking about, do they want to buy the kinds of things that you sell? Now, that may seem like an awfully straightforward conversation to be having, but it's not. There's lots, because if it was that easy, frankly, you probably wouldn't be watching this. So I'll show you how to uncover what the client really wants to buy in a way that makes you look really expert and that will give the client those nice, warm, fuzzy feelings that they're buying from someone really reputable, really knowledgeable, really cares about their business. So we're talking about deal qualification there. And number 5 is pursuit strategy. Do you remember at the beginning of this, we were talking about something that's not in the normal business as usual box for business? It could be really strategic. It could be massive, or it could be just a little bit of a sectorial shift than what we're doing. Perhaps we're used to selling into financial services. We're going to make a foray into the legal sector or construction, whatever it happens to be. But you're going to have to put some extra thinking, some extra intellectual rigor into that process. And I'll show you how to do that, the right people to talk to, both inside your company and definitely inside the client's company. Who are you trying to get to? When should you give them a particular sales message, and what should that message be? And how does that message vary? Whether you're talking to the marketing director or the chief financial officer or even the chief executive officer, what should your message look like? How should you tailor it? Okay, so that's pursuit strategy. And number 6, and I've brought these two disciplines into the same phase, because very often we can be in negotiate and go straight for close. Sometimes we don't even negotiate, we go straight for the deal, and sometimes those opportunities are there. We don't want to put hurdles in the way that are just unnecessary. So we're going to talk about negotiate and close, because sometimes we go from negotiating straight into close, or we can go to negotiate, go to close, some sort of objection. We'll tell you about objections, come back, and then we're back into negotiate land again. And I'll show you how to get to, well, first of all, get to yes, but get to the right kind of yes. So it's a deal that's acceptable to you and your prospect, okay? And for the sharper-eyed amongst you, you'll notice that closing the deal is not the most, that is not the last stage of this best practice business to business sales process. The last stage is in fact number 7, which is maximizing yield, or maximizing wallet share, as it's sometimes called. So once you've won that client, many businesses will simply cut and run. They've sold something and move on to the next deal. And I think that's a big mistake, a big mistake. So we're going to show you how to retain those clients, how to make them fantastic case studies, references for you, how you can keep selling more of your stuff over time, building wallet share, building loyalty, and how you can develop an unpaid sales force with, and that can be the real gift that keeps on giving. All right, so that's the answer. So I'm going to take you through 7-step best practice business to business sales process. Let's come off of share. I'm going to show you what that looks like. I'm really looking forward to explaining it to you. You've got my contact details. Please reach out to me if you have any questions at all. And also click on the link below and you can see more details, written details on the masterclass. It starts on the 7th of April, 2021. And also click on the link below and you'll see a very special price appearing for that. Okay, so I'm really looking forward to seeing you, speaking to you, engaging with you really, really soon if you want to know any more about that. In case you're wondering, the kind of people that come on my program, the kind of people that come on the program are typically smaller businesses, less than 200 employees. Some of them are literally just me, solopreneurs, as you might say. I've had people from interior designers. I've had sales professionals. Absolutely everyone that's got their own business. Their sales is going to be part of their discipline, if you like, part of their role that they're carrying on. I've had sales professionals come through this, some with many, many years of experience that are always looking to up their skills, and all sales professionals, business professionals are always looking to do that as well. Okay. We've also got some people that are between roles, between sales professional roles. They're going to use that time productively, as all smart people will. They'll come on the program and they'll get much more from the program because they're in a process where they can where they can concentrate, reflect, and learn lots of new things. You'll get as part of the program, you'll get full access to the recordings afterwards, so you can replay, you can send me emails, follow-up emails. I get them all the time after a masterclass. Perhaps we've run out of time on one of them. People will follow up. I'll follow up all the questions. I'll consolidate them into one follow-up video for the cohort. It's a fantastic experience. You'll learn lots about it. You'll love it. People tell me I'm a really engaging guy, lots of stories, that's for sure. But actually, I'm not really the show. The content is the show. The learning is the show. And some of the great discussions that will ensue from just being in the same virtual room as other people that have aspirations, that want to grow their businesses, that want to get better at selling on their end, then you'll get access to them too, and some great conversations will happen as a part of that. Okay, so that's enough from me now. I'm going to look forward to receiving your questions. I certainly look forward to registering on the 8th, I beg your pardon, the 7th of April, 2021. And I look forward to seeing you really, really soon. In the meantime, take care in the meantime, and hope to see you on the day. Take care. Bye-bye.